on Hollywood Legends, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, Mickey Mouse. I'm your host, John St. John. Since his debut as Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse has entertained billions of people around the world with his films, television shows, books, and theme parks. His trademark ears, high-pitched voice, and never-ending smile have made him a superstar. But what is it about Mickey that separates him from other movie stars? Why is he so popular? Who is the mouse beneath the ears?
Who is Mickey Mouse? Well, it's my first roommate in Hollywood, sure he is. We had an apartment together over on Sunset. I knew he'd be a star the second I saw his profile. All the great stars have memorable profiles. You couldn't get better than his. Besides that, you couldn't have had a better roommate. Mickey was quiet as a mouse. Except for a week before that Steamboat Willie audition. Kept the neighbors up for days, practicing that whistling scene.
Mickey was, how should I put this? Mickey was a method mouse. And at one point he was having trouble finding the motivation to whistle. Finally, I simply said to him, Mickey, you're scared of Pete, and therefore you whistle to cover up your fear. Well, he got it immediately, and from that point on, he became Willie. I tell you, that's what made him such a fabulous actor. He was always such a superb listener. Of course, he always had the ears for it. I've never seen an actor more animated.
Wouldn't happen to have any fish on you, would you? Catnip? Oh, well, that's fine. My young doctor wants me to cut back anyway. Well, what can I tell you about Mickey Mouse that you don't already know? Well, let's see, we met at the audition for When the Cat's Away. Wouldn't happen to have any halibut on you left over from lunch, would you? No, that's fine. This is fine. Well, let's see, we did the screen test together, and, well, we became instant friends. To tell you the truth, I was a little nervous about meeting him, though, the whole cat and mouse thing. Well, was never a problem with us, though. We got along great. Well, I even used to walk his dog Pluto sometimes down to Hollywood Boulevard. That sure was a funny sight. The cat walking the dog. You can see right there that Mickey's a real generous co-star. He never tried to steal a scene from anybody. Well, right there we're playing right, but only on the screen. See, in real life, we couldn't have been better friends. Yeah. That's some of my best work right there.
As an agent, it's my job to look for scripts that really stretch his acting. Now, Carnival Kid was a real breakthrough because it was the first time Mickey had ever talked on screen.
Head out. I think one of the things that separates Mickey from other stars is he never got too big for his britches. Or rather, his shorts. I mean, he never locked himself in his trailer with the wheel of cheddar cheese or anything like that. Now, Donald's a whole different story. Duck had a temper on him. Ooh.
The offers kept pouring in. He was such a star. I mean, Gable and Lombard, Hepburn and Tracy, Mickey and Minnie. This case, Fantasia.
Most people don't know how dedicated he is to getting his roles just right. I mean, Mickey gained there 13 pounds for his part in Fantasia. That's a lot for a mouse. Should have won an Oscar.
He did all his own stunts. He said it made his films more believable. Well, then came the war, and Mickey was the first star to sign up to go overseas and entertain the troops. I was right there with him. It was my job to make sure that he had enough gloves for each performance. See, after he'd do his little song and dance routine, he'd throw a pair out to the boys. Well, they went nuts for it. Oh, sure, the gloves only had 3 fingers and a thumb, but it was for Mickey Mouse, and that's all they cared about. No one was bigger than Mickey Mouse. Not even Bob Hope. Yeah, I am Mickey Mouse's personal fitness trainer for a long time. You see, Mickey come to Body Viola when he getting ready to play Touchdown Mickey. In early films, you notice that Mickey have not many muscles because Mickey is only little tiny field mouse. But when Olaf gets finished with him, Mickey is one pumped up roll. Totally fine.
He was into the physical fitness thing before it was trendy. I mean, we'd go out to eat and he'd order lean cheeses and skim milk. Paid off though. Look at me. Mickey and I are the same age, but I can barely brush my teeth and he can still play quarterback for the Rams. He's amazing, that Mickey. He never seems to age.
Oh, sure, yeah. A lot of people wanted Mickey to run for Congress. We even had these buttons made up and said, put a mouse in the house. There were some constitutional questions about whether or not a rodent could hold elective office. So Mickey just nixed the whole idea. Didn't matter, though, because he had bigger things in mind.
Theme park. That's what he says to me. Theme park. I tell him no one's going to pay money to get sick on the teacup. Do a musical with Gene Kelly. But his mind was made up.
When Disneyland opened, we all figured that Mickey would retire and go work at the park full time. That same year, he dropped another bombshell.
Mickey had been offered the James Dean role in Rebel Without a Cause. And I was pushing for a Fantasia sequel when he told me about the Mickey Mouse Club. Television. I told him he was crazy. Who wants to watch a bunch of kids called Mouseketeers? Dude, I tried to talk him into doing a guest spot on Gunsmoke first, but he wouldn't budge. You know, I used to represent Cubby.
He always knew TV would be big. He was what they call, what's the word? Visionary. Now look at him, has his own channel. Not to mention theme parks on 3 continents.
If I had to say one thing to Mickey Mouse, it'd be, well, I'd have to say, hey, Mickey, how about sneaking me in some of those sardines I love so much? Maybe you could hide them in a tube of toothpaste or something? I'm pretty strict about the diet around here.
I tell him, Bruce Willis keeps calling about doing that Die Hard sequel with you. Call in. At least have lunch with the man.
I say, don't ever change, Mickey. You're one in a lifetime. I hate to bring this up now, Mickey, but you still owe me $12 for the phone deposit on the first apartment. Is that okay? Can we say that?
So there you have it. Mickey Mouse, film star, TV show creator, theme park mogul. A legend in his own time. A star with no equal. Why? Because we like him. This is John St. John for Hollywood Legends.